Hello and welcome back to the Skytiger gaming table. I'm your host Wildscarr. Tonight on the table I've got a new game that just came out. It is Star Wars Battle of Hoth. Designed by Richard Borg and Adrian Martineau. And I probably butchered that last name. Martino. It's also produced by Days of Wonder. It's for ages 8 and up, for 2 to 4 players, and they say it takes about 30 minutes. You basically take on the role of either the mighty galactic empire or the fearless rebel legions to defend or attack, however you want to look at it. Some of the different major battles from the Empire Strikes Back during the Battle of Hoth. So we'll do a little unboxing here. I was able to pick this up this morning from our local gaming store. They actually were kind enough to get the promo sets as well, so we also were able to get the miniatures that replace the card icons for the ion cannon and the 2 shield generators. So if you're in the area, look up Bardal Games and they can hook you up. So they had a few more of them, so let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we got. So it's based off of the Memoir 44 games, and I have not personally played the Memoir 44. It's been on my list of games to play. When they announced this, probably a year or so ago is when I saw it. I was like, yep, that'll be my first foray into Memoir 44. Normally the Memoir 44s are all about World War II, I believe, in that era. So this is all about the Battle of Hoth. So the artwork isn't bad either. So get the box lid off. It slides off a little easier than some games. So the inside is kind of plain, nothing there, nothing to worry about there. And then we got the rule book right off the bat. So good full colored match, shows all your components, shows how to set up the game. We'll go through a setup video similar to this. And then you have the objective of the game turns, and how it all works. There's the quick references. I believe these also have cards that go with them, but it shows you all the references for what the miniatures are and the little advanced tokens that go with them. So then the back looks like specific cases instead of a quick reference. So nothing wrong there. And then the scenario book. Apparently there are 18 different scenarios in here, but the 18th you need 2 versions of the game. Apparently you flip the boards over and connect them together and have a bigger large battle. And we'll go over the setup for some of these, but it kind of helps it to where you have kind of a different fight each time you play, and there's different goals and objectives. So we'll get into that and we'll kind of see how it goes as well. And then here are the reference cards. Quick reference, they just sit next to the board, and the Imperial player will get one and the Rebel player will get theirs. It kind of tells you what the models do each turn, what they can move or can't move, what it takes to hit them, and then what you roll and how you move and whatnot. So that's good there. And then it gives you the quick reference here for the different terrain. We got ridges and rocks. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Well, is there 2? No, just the same thing on both sides. Yep. And then they also have a campaign where you play several different missions. I guess you point them, they point them out in the book, and you play through it, and then whoever gets through the whole campaign, you tally up your victory points at the end and see how it goes. There's two different ones. There's one for the Imperial and one for the Rebels. So, oh, and there's two different ones. So that works. So you got campaign 2 and campaign 1. So campaign 1 is denoted by that there, and campaign 2 is all on the green. So that works. That'll be interesting. So now all of the cardboard is not wrapped with plastic, so I don't have to cut it open. Oh, this will be a short popping because there's only one card worth of things to pop out with all the terrains. And these here, the shield generators and the ion cannon, are what these miniatures will replace. And I'll open the promo pack here shortly. So, and here's the dice. Kind of 6 dice to begin with. Each of the icons means something a little different, and they're plastic, but they work pretty good. So, and they each mean something a little different depending on what you're rolling them for, and the reference card kind of goes over that. And then here's the board. We'll get it all unfolded. So this is the main board for all the single player games. So it's a 10 by 7 hex mat, where one player sits on this side, the other player sits on that side, and you kind of track your victories as you go. And then when you flip it over, it is basically a larger version, where if you was to have 2 different versions of this game, then you take one board and set it here, and then you take the other board, flip it around like this, and set it here. I'll do a quick little flip thing so you can see what the size of the board would be in reference to just having the single board by itself like this. So maybe I'll pick up a second copy, but we'll see how the game goes and see how much we really like it before we get that far along. So, all right, put the board up here. And this right here is probably a really interesting idea. These will probably get used for more than just this game. They are card trays that you use to set your cards up into. If I can get the plastic bag open. Here we go. And 2 for the Imperial and 2 for the Rebel. And there's 2 different ones. They lock in place like so, and they just go in front of your play area like that. And then I'm using these as an example. Your cards will just go in there, and they'll set up like that. And then that's where you play all your different cards. And then if you play 2-player, you probably just break them apart and be like, okay, you have that one, I have this one, and that's how we hold up the cards. And then when we get ready to play other games, these can be good for that. So pretty functional there. And they have a nice little lip on the back, so it'll keep it from falling over back, because some of these, if don't have that lip, it'll fall over real quick. So looks like these are pretty stable. So that works. We'll set those to the side. And then the cards, all nice and wrapped up here. Get them all undone. And then the Rebels have theirs. Oh, and these are the leader. These are different ones. So these are the leader cards. And then the Rebels have their cards, and the Imperial have their cards. And each deck is pretty much going to be the same. So, and we'll kind of go over the how to play and whatnot. And it looks like they used artwork just like the rest of the box. So pretty good artwork. And the cards, they feel good. They're not cheap or flimsy. It feels like they'll last pretty good, especially with the card sleeves. So I'm gonna try a different brand of card sleeves here, but we'll worry about those later. And then of course the leader cards. I want to say, wait, are these the leader cards? Or, nope, these are the leader cards. Yeah, because they have Han Solo, Leia Organa. So these are the leader cards. And these, I'm not sure what these are. We'll have to look it up. We'll go over it during a setup and how to play a game. So those are the cards. And I'll get those sleeves shortly. We'll put them back in there for right now. Come on, go back in there. Oops. Almost got them all bent out of place. That wouldn't have been good. Alright. Now, what everybody's really been waiting for. Miniatures. And that's actually good because all you got to do is say, here's your miniatures and here's my miniatures. And they're all in the nice little cases. And I really like how they have the Rebel embossed insignia for the lid on the Rebel box. And they snap on there pretty good. You're not going to have to worry about them coming out. So, see? They lock on pretty good. They don't just set on there. So, that's awesome. And then we got the Rebel emplacements. These are stationary. These don't move. So, and then land speeders or snow speeders in this case. So, and then the Rebel troopers. They will be all the same. So, all right. And then the star of the game, here are the Imperial AT-ATs, or AT-ATs, however you want to call them. I've always called them AT-ATs. So, pretty good heft to them. They almost remind me of the old micro machines. They're probably about the same size. Might have to go try to dig them out if I still have some of them laying around here somewhere. And then their special unit are their Pro Droids, so they come with those. And then Snow Troopers. So the detail on them is actually pretty decent. I like it. So there we go. Everything kind of falls back into place. And oh look, they even give you a spot for the dice. They go right here. That works. And that's where all of the X terrain pieces will go. And then probably all the other little icons and stuff will go right there. And then these will go there, and all right. And then that sits right back down in there, and that works out. So let's go ahead and pop these out. It shouldn't take us that long since there is only one. We'll start with the small ones and see, oh yeah, these come out real quick. So go ahead and put them in there. We'll go ahead and pop out the shield generators. If those are going to be replaced, hopefully they'll fit in here real nice somewhere. And then you have the Imperial counters. Oh, and they got Rebel on the other side. So you got the Imperial on one side and you have Rebel on the other side. I'm sure they'll be used for something specific. And then the Elite Trooper tokens. We'll put all those in there. And then all of the terrain tokens. So kind of flimsy. There we go. All popped out. So I'll get them all over here. And we'll see just how they fit over here in this little section. And they all fit. Well, get them all down in there correctly. And they all fit relatively good. Did I miss some? Oh, yep, there's one. Oh, a couple fell down into here. That's what I get for not paying attention to where they all went. So that's all that'll fit in here. Looks like they might actually have room for, maybe they're going to be doing expansions in the future. Who knows? But they fit down in there real good. And then of course these will fit right back down over here. I'll put them under like that, and then put these like so. Board goes in here like that. And that is everything. Everything else will just sit right on top, real nice and neat, and kind of how it goes. Let's check these promo sets out, because this is what would replace this and these. So we'll see just how good they fit them. So, because this is the first time I'm looking at everything. Oh wow, that is cool. That actually has some pretty good heft to it. There is the ion cannon. So yeah, you're going from this to this. Definitely a lot better. Kind of like the Earth. The Earth is round, not flat. So I have that sitting on the board like that works. Definitely beats having that little tile right there. So if y'all can get your hands on these promo pieces, they'll come in really real good. And then here's the shield generators. So they fit down like that versus tiles. So that'll look really cool. So the only problem with that is they do not, maybe that one will fit there. Will these fit here? Oh, look at that. They'll fit there. Will these go? Let's see if they'll all just fit back down in here. You might have to shake them and move them around a bit. And these go there. No. Let's see, will they go here? I guess not. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Maybe we can get them to fit in right here. Maybe that's how they design these shield generators. And get them to go just like that. There you go. So the generator minis will fit here. And the ion cannon will have to go over here. And everything will then fit in the box. So there you go. Awesome. Oh, had a little piece of paper in here. Probably just oh yeah, just where it all comes from. So cool. That is everything that comes in the Star Wars Battle for Hoth by Days of Wonder. Can't wait to get this to the game and see how it goes, or get to the table and see how it plays out. So if y'all want to hang out, I will run through the sleeving of the cards and speed through it, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, that is pretty much the game. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all enjoyed it, drop a like and a comment down below. Let us know how we're doing. Share it if you'd like, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. And stay tuned for more games from Skytiger Gaming. Thank y'all. Bye.